What's going on, gamers? Today, we are going to go over how to add more traits and points in Project Zomboid. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to stay up to date on all future videos. Loading a new world in Project Zomboid comes with creating your new characters, and with all of the options for different character traits, it can look pretty crazy. These can increase your movement, speed, intelligence, and other useful abilities to survive the longest, but you are really limited on the amount of points that you can use. This, of course, is to prevent overpowered builds, since the main point of Project Zomboid is to survive in the harsh environments, but there are methods to obtain all or more traits than normal if you need a little extra help. Let's go over how to do it. If you're wanting to add more traits to pick from in a solo world, then you're going to need to install a few modifications. These are on Project Zomboid's workshop page for anyone to download. Head to More Traits on the workshop and then click Subscribe, and then you're going to want to do the same thing for kill count, Moodle framework, and mod options. Afterwards, start up Project Zomboid and enter the mods area from the main menu and enable all of the subscribed mods from before. Once that's done, you can continue to create a new solo world with your desired map, and in the available traits list, you can choose anything you want and start playing. If you want to do this in a server, then the process is going to be a bit different in the panel. Once everything is configured, the players will also have to join and download the modifications before creating their character. Head to each mod's workshop page and make sure to copy their workshop and mod IDs. This is usually found at the bottom of the page. Head towards your Apex server panel and then head to the config files section. And once you're there, you can find and click on the world config option. Afterwards, you're going to want to find the mods setting and enter each mod ID separated with a semicolon. And then after that, you're going to scroll down to find the workshop items option, which is where you're going to put the workshop IDs in a similar format. Finally, scroll all the way down to the bottom and press save, and then you can restart the server. Make sure you're doing this for every single workshop and mod ID for all of the subscribed modifications. And the mod developers mention that due to false flags for anti-cheat, it is recommended to disable it. This goes for all servers wanting to use the More Traits modification, so you can do this in the Customizations area of the panel. Instead of adding entirely new traits to use, you can also just add more points to spend on them. First, if your game is running, make sure to close it down and then head to your Steam library and find Project Zomboid. Right-click on it and hover over Manage, and then select Browse Local Files. And in the new window, you can find and enter the Media folder. Once you're there, you can go to LUA, Client, and Option screens, and then open the Character Creation Profession LUA file with a file editor. Inside this file, you can find and edit the value for self point to spend. Changing this value is going to add that amount of points to the default of 8. After that, you can save the changes and start a new character to enjoy more traits. Now, if you want to have that ability on the server, then you're going to have to do that in the config files. Head back into the config files area from the server panel and find the Sandbox Vars LUA file option and select it. Inside of this, you're going to search for the character free points setting and edit the 0 value to anything you like, and then click save at the top and restart the server. If you're unable to use the mods, the most common problem is typing the IDs incorrectly. Make sure you're putting a semicolon in between each ID. If you can't use extra trait points, whether you're in a solo or a server world, confirm that you changed the setting in the file. In single player, you're going to have to adjust the self point to spend option, and in the server, you're going to need to edit character free points. Also, make sure your game is closed before making any changes, because that might affect the way that they save. Project Zomboid is a notoriously difficult game, so whether you're new to the game and you need a bit of extra help, or you just want to stack your character full of traits to ensure your survival, it's easy to do with these steps. That's all for this one, and as always, I hope you have lots of fun.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more great content like this, then subscribe or click these videos. Until next time, gamers.